Hello. Welcome to June level 2 classes, you guys. Woohoo!
Yay.
So our theme this month is travel. And it's a good theme because Jen just got back from a trip, right? So travel's clearly what everybody likes to do in the summer. And Erin suggested this, so I love it. So we're still going to continue to work on our awesome classes with technique, transitions, and drills, but we're going to have a travel theme and see how the steps move and where do they go and do they travel internationally or just in the US, right? It's good to know that. Yeah, I'm just kidding. All right, so in level 2, it's really important to play your finger symbols. This is where we really want to get proficient with our finger symbols. So I expect them on for all fast classes and then on your fingers for even a slow vocabulary class. We need to get used to them being on our fingers. So with that said, I'm going to get started. I'll lead the drill. So we're going to focus on double bump, single bump, spins, and Arabic shimmy, or if you'd like to call it rhythmic undulation shimmy, and you might see the single bump half turn. Okay, so this is kind of covering steps that we worked on last month. Yeah, okay. Kind of, it actually is covering steps, definitely, that we worked on last month. So this will be a fast drill. And I've got my board over there. So let's try this song. It's kind of different. Kind of fun to start off with, right? Yeah. Make sure my boost bass is on. It sounds like bouillabaisse. Inhale, exhale, release them. Squeeze, and exhale, release. Good, and let's step back with the right foot and reach up and arc over. So reaching up with the right hand, stepping back with the right foot. Feel that wonderful stretch all down the right side of the body, even into the hips and the IT band. Come back to center, and let's step back with the left foot and reach up with the left arm. Reach up and arc over to achieve a really good stretch on the left side of the body. Through all those intercostal muscles between the ribs, the muscles that hold the rib cage and the hip together, and feeling it go down into the outside of the left leg, which is the IT band. Good, and come back to center. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down, and leave them to the back. Release the low back, contract low belly, soften the knees, weight in the heels, chin level. Take the arms out to the side, keeping the elbows lifted, pinkies up. Touch the hands overhead and let them float down, using the back muscles to slow down the progression of the arms. Good job. All right, shake it out. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down. Keep them pressed down, nice and long and wide between the neck and shoulders. Release the low back, contract low belly, contract mid back, lift the chest up. Chin level, and slowly let the arms come up, squeezing in the middle of the back, pinkies up. Keep the elbows lifted. Touch the fingers overhead. Good, and twist. And slowly let those arms come down, controlling it with the back muscles. Let them go all the way down to the hips and then come all the way back up, squeezing with the middle back, shoulder blades. And rotate back to center. And staying in dance posture, twist over to the left, keeping the elbows lifted, pinkies up. Let the arms come all the way down to the hips, shoulders back. Squeezing in the middle back, lift the arms back up overhead, keeping elbows lifted. Good. Come to heart center. Let's gesture out for the space we're in. And overhead, lotus blossom, symbol of enlightenment, gesture to the floor, or go ahead and bend down and touch the surface that supports us when we dance tonight. Touch your ears for the music that we dance to. The floor again. Bring your hands together in front of your forehead for your teachers and in front of your heart for your ancestors. Gesture out for everyone we dance with and everyone we dance for. Slowly, gracefully, come back up. Gather everything back into your heart. And enjoy your dance class. Awesome. Okay, so tonight we're working on one of my favorite steps. It's called A swat, or Arabic shimmy with arms and turn, or it's also called run swat or ru swat, rhythmic undulation shimmy with arms and turn. So let's look at this. It is. That's why we say A swat or ru swat, right? So it looks like this. So I'm going to start off in a shimmy. Let's think about this in parts. And then I'm going to do a side half turn or a quarter turn to start and do arms. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the cue for the full turn. And then we're going to talk about traveling with it in a fade. Or lead turns to face in and traveling with it in a circle. The whole time I'm going to be shimmying. Yes, and smiling. Shimmying and smiling, two of my favorites. Yes. So if we think about it like we're going to have 4 sections of class tonight. And each one of those, we're going to try to break it down and drill it. Sound good? Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. Okay, so Arabic shimmy or rhythmic undulation shimmy is the start of all this. Of course, that comes from our family, our Arabic family, our rhythmic undulation family, which is at the head of your flow chart. And that is covered in level 1. And throughout, you're going to see the same foot position where the right foot is slightly in front of the left foot. We're on the balls of both feet, and we're going to be undulating in the torso and keeping the arms up overhead predominantly. We still have that big dramatic arm sweep for the cue, so you're always going to be seeing that. Now, what is the tricky part is when do you realize your leader is just doing an Arabic or they're doing an Arabic shimmy? Because there's a lot of festivity in the body when you add the shimmy in there, right? And definitely a lot of things we probably need to work on in a level 2 class to achieve that shimmy and have it consistent, right, on both sides. Because I think we're all, as dancers, maybe one side is a little bit more performing well than the other side, right? So that's something that we all can work on today. So our feet are going to be on the ball. I want to bend my knees more and pick my feet up. So these are 2 key things to help us get our Arabic and our Arabic shimmy. All right. So feet on the ball means just slightly lifting up the heels. My right foot is forward. So my hips are going to go up, down, up every time I put my foot on the floor. So right foot, right hip goes up, down, up. Then I pick my left foot up, put it down. Left foot goes up, down, up. So right foot, up, down, up. Left foot, up, down, up. So when my foot goes in contact with the floor, just like our shimmy, it's going to start the up, down, up. And then when my left foot hits the floor, it pushes the hip up and it's going to bounce down, up. So really, you know, just like I say in level 1, really all you need to think about is pushing your hip up, that initial bounce up, and then you have the reverb happening. You just need to have your hips, your glutes loose enough to let your hips bounce. So you get the up and then your hips bounce down, up by themselves. We don't have to make that happen. Good news, right? So also what's happening is the body is undulating and our weight is going from the front foot to the back foot, right? So we know I lift my chest on the 1 right on the right foot, and I'm also up, down, upping the right hip. And then on 2, I'm going to be contracting more here to have a nice long low back while my left hip does up, down, up. So up, up, down, up, and count 2. Contract more here and down, up. Lift the chest, up, down, up. Release the chest a little bit and contract the low belly for the left hip, up, down, up. Right hip, up, down, up. Left hip, up, down, up. Right hip, up, down, up. Left hip, up, down, up. So when I do the right, I want you to think about lifting. Right, up, down, up. Left, contract here, up, down, up. Right, contract here, up, down, up. Left, contract here, up, down, up. So right, contract in the middle back, up, down, up. Left foot steps, contract low belly, up, down, up. Contract 1, contract 2. Contract 1, contract 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So making sure you're lifting that other foot up on the non-active side. So when you're stepping in the right foot, make sure you're lifting and doing the right hip, bouncing on the right hip, lift the left foot up, put it back down, step on the left foot, contract low belly, and do the left hip. Chest lift, up, down, up on the right hip, contract low belly, up, down, up on the left hip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Definitely something to work on.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
I like it.
All right, all right. I hope. Oh, good. Okay. So don't forget the rib cage lift, because that happens every 2 counts in our aerobic or rhythmic undulation family. Okay. So,
Yeah, I like that working.
all right. Is it going okay over there? All right. Okay, so that is underlying here. So everything that I just showed you, all 4 of those sections, setting it up, the arms, the cue for the turn, and traveling with it. All of that, the shimmy is underneath that, right? So if you're not shimmying, be thinking about shimmying. Because the more you think about it, the more you're incorporating it into your muscle memory, in your brain, and it will come, right?
If you build it, it will come.
If you build it, it will come. Yes. Just like
If you
baseball.
build it, it will come.
No crying in baseball, no crying in belly dance, right? Okay, so let's look at the feet. So we want to establish this before we start our aerobic shimmy with arms and turn. So I am on dance angle, and make sure I'm in dance posture. So knees soft, low back released, low belly contracted, middle back contracted, shoulders back and down, elbows rolled forward or lifted, no matter where the arms are. So I need to establish an aerobic shimmy first before I proceed into the rest of this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start turning to my left. I'm going to take my entire body to my left. Then I'm going to come back to the front, but I'm at dance angle. And then I'm going to turn my entire body to the right. And then I'm going to come back to the front. Okay, so it's going to count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 counts for 1 cycle. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be on the balls of my feet. My right foot's forward in front of my left foot. I'm going to pivot on the left foot and step my right foot and face completely to the left side wall of my dance box. So that's right, left. Now I'm going to come back to the front, pivoting on the left foot, and put my right foot down on 3, 4. Now I'm going to pivot on the left foot, bringing my right foot over. So shoulders, hips are now to my right side wall of my box. And that is 5, 6. That was right foot, left foot. Okay, now when I step on the left foot on 6, I'm going to be pivoting back to the front and have 7 and 8. So think of it, I'm going to the sidewall, to the front, to the sidewall, to the front.
The front means angle.
Yes, the front means the front. You're at your front plane, but you're still at dance angle. Good question. Okay. Any questions so far? Feels good. Let's try it a few times. All right, no arms. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, right, left, right, left. Let's get the shimmy going. Or not. If you just want to try the feet, that's fine. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And notice your 1 is here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, pretty good so far? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so the arms are going to go down for 2 and up for 2. So let's count them. Right arm first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'll face the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's notice with the arms. Hand dives down, elbow stays lifted. So I'm coming across my midline and then coming up the side of the other side of the body. And when I come up the other side of the body, it's the same arm as we always do. Elbow lifts the rest of the arm, contracting my mid back, contracting my right shoulder blade, and then the forearm takes over and continues overhead. Okay, so hand dives down, elbow stays lifted, keeping that space between your arm and your body, taking the arm out to the side, lifting it up, down and up, keeping the shoulder pressed down, elbow lifted. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feels good? Yeah? Okay. All right, I just want to check on you guys. Okay, I'm going to put you on side by side so I can watch. Okay? All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll notice it's a little bit faster to start because I'm gonna go here quicker because I want to give you guys a real immediate cue. We're gonna do it again, but expect this to happen or repeat a couple times. Okay?
That's too good to do this morning.
Yeah. All right, Erin, can I get you to lead just a little bit and let me watch? All right, you guys follow Erin. Let's put the shimmy and the feet and the arms and everything together. So get into dance posture, soft knees. Okay, contracted low belly, released low back, contraction in the middle back, shoulders rolled back and down, and start with the arms overhead. And there you go. Good establishing step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So when you lead, you need to make sure your head goes with your body. I understand some of the followers, they're kind of looking around, trying to see what's happening, right? But it is very important that the lead's head goes with their body, because if they stay looking forward and their body goes to the left, then we're cueing a turn. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Erin. So now that's where we're going next. So we are turning our whole body and our head until we get to the cue. So the cue is on 1, 2, when my body's facing my left side wall, I'm going to look to the front. Or you could say you look over your right shoulder. Either one is correct. Now, this is a point where we're going like this. So sometimes some strangeness can happen with someone wanting to look down, but I mean, just try to avoid coming out of your dance posture, right? We want to give a gracious cue because that's what nice leaders do, right? But just don't let it overtake and take away from your dance posture. All right. Cue, looking to the right on counts 1 and 2. Have you ever followed somebody where they're just like one of those like really sharp, fast cuers, and they just look over their head like in like a split second, and you're like, wait a minute, was that a cue? I don't know if that was a cue. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this turn is 4 counts. So whenever I take my body to the left, I stay looking forward. So that's a good way to make sure that your followers see you, right? So instead of going like this and then go like that. right? So it's like you're locking your eyes on something out in the audience, and you don't want to break that to go to the left side. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
look out, not down.
Yes, I would look over people's heads for sure. Yes. Okay, so we are looking to the right, and that tells people instead of doing the right side of the step that we're going to do a 4-count turn, right? So we're going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm stepping 4 on my left foot. I'm crossing my right foot, and my upper body is going to mimic going to the right by my rotation in my shoulders and my left arm going down to the right hip. And then I'm going to step on 6, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot for 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 on the left foot, 6 on the right foot, 7 on the right foot. Oh gosh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want a right, left in there. That's what I'm trying to say. But we're going to delay that turn. We're going to put our weight into the right foot, but delay that turn a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So check it out from the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So look at the shape in the body. My right foot is crossing my left foot, which brings my right hip forward. I am twisting to try to open my shoulders to the right side, and I'm taking my right hand kind of down along the side of my right side of my body down to the right hip. So look at this beautiful twist. So now I'm just going to unwind that gorgeous twist and lift my left arm up. So it's just going to come up, and you want the arm to stay close to your body and not like swing way out. You just make this beautiful spiral, and you just step out of it. And that's really, it just feels so good to twist up like that, because it's just such a yummy position of the body. Okay, so we're kind of mocking that angle to the right side. Okay, does that make sense? Everybody got any questions? So let's try that a couple of times. All right, set it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's the cue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back to a normal with no arms as possible. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's the cue again. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to end on the balls of my feet with my arms up. So I'm just holding my left arm up, holding my right arm up, bringing my left arm up. So it's 4 steps, so not a whip around. So if you end up kind of going, right, you're going to be there way before everybody else.
That's like 2 counts instead of 4.
Yes. Yes. So count it. All right. You guys want to try a drill? Okay. So we're just going to do this exactly like, I think I've already got it here. Yes. Okay. So we're going to do Arabic shimmy. Then we're going to do it with the arms. Then we're going to do the cue. There's the turn. And let's just come out and totally change the arms to something horizontal. So that would be a shimmy. We can shimmy around in place. You can change the lead. And then we'll kind of walk our arms back up to shimmy. And then we'll go into double bump and single bump. And then from single bump, you'll bring your hands in. And then we'll go back into Arabic shimmy. So try to avoid a regular Arabic. I want an Arabic shimmy every time, because that's what we're trying to do to set this step up.
I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna probably refrain from going too much on my ball of my foot, my left foot is.
That's fine. That's fine. So try to bend your knees a little bit more. If you need to stay flat-footed, that is fine. I hope the carpet is a little softer.
Actually, it feels better than on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Floor kills my feet.
Yeah. So soft floor can be better for aching feet or problematic feet. Okay. Any questions? So, Jen, do you want to lead in your space? Or do you want to follow Erin?
Let me get this one, like, maybe if we do it one more time before we leave, I might be able to. I feel like I'm still tired, so my integration is slower.
I'll leave.
Try. But Cherie said, you want to try? I can try. Cherie said she'll try.
Okay. Well, that's a great segue. So let me run through it one more time.
Yes,
Let me just run through the whole drill, which is really not a lot to remember, because most of it is these 4 sections to set it up. All right, so I'm going to be in an aerobic shimmy. I want to get my arms finished overhead, then wait for a strong phrase, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do this as many times as you want to, because you're going to wait for a strong phrase to cue the here. 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do it again. 5, 6, 7. I can go back to the sides. And then wait for that moment that I might want to do the turn again. 5, 6, 7, 8, and shimmy. You can pivot it, you can change the lead, walk my arms up, go flat on the left foot, double bump. You can pivot it or not, single bump, pivot it or not, or add the half turn. And then I'm gonna plunge down with my hands from shoulder height. Here, lots of festivity in the body, and repeat. Make sense?
Yes. Oui.
So the goal here is to come out of this big dramatic turn and take the arms horizontal. So a really different arm.
Okay.
And then just kind of go back into some bumps, and then we can bring the hands in and just transition to back to our aerobic shimmy.
All righty. That sounds.
Was that helpful to kind of go over it again?
I thought you just meant in our space. I can try to lead the whole thing, but I don't know that I can do it that well yet.
That's fine. Just follow these guys.
Okay, but I'll try.
Okay, so you guys pin on them. I'm going to leave you side by side so I can watch everybody. All right, sound good? Okay, so.
How do I pin? What do I do? I don't know Zoom. I'm so bad.
Well, are you seeing me on your screen?
Yeah, I see you, so I'm good, right?
You're good. Okay. So pin, you can do it on your side, but I'm already pinned right now. And you should, your main goal is just to see my feed on your screen. But recording, when people watch the recording, they're going to see the split screen because that's the way I've got it right now. Okay, so it's helpful for us to have a not so super killer fast song to work with, right? Yeah. So I'd like to try that Balkan Beat song again. It was kind of fun. Going back a little bit here. Right, left, right, left. Good, Aaron.
Gypsy Hill, they're good to know. Have your mama shaking like a Zumba pro. Can't get enough cause it's good for the soul. They'll make your hip dip to and fro. Pop it with a trumpet if you're ready or not. Slap them drums till you lost the plot. Global sound, west to east.
It's coming back. The song's coming back. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, It's kind of hard to tell when that song is ending. So good job. Good job, you guys. Nice.
Doody.
Okay, so how did it feel?
Good. I know I need to work on that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Me too.
Need to work on
Right now, it's either
Mhm.
shimmy or
the rib cage
I'm
lift,
pretty much at that
right?
same. Well, my thing is because of my knees and my feet, when I'm up on the balls of my feet, I don't feel very stable.
Yeah.
No matter, I really struggle with it because
Well, we dance for life, you know, so
Yeah.
we just have to modify our dance to fit our life at the time for whatever's going on.
Yeah.
And that's where you are right now. And that's
Yeah.
fine.
just trying to find that happy
So,
place.
so you're,
where
it's like
it-
the rules have
I
changed
still
for
looks
you.
right, but it's not killing me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to talk to you about is the
The
bumps.
leaning back.
The bumps, you
There we go.
really lean back.
Got it.
And in that half turn, you're almost going like this,
Got it.
right? And then, so rather than
Okay.
keeping your shoulders over your hips, you're really leaning
it.
back like this.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay,
I know
well,
it's something that we've
that's
talked
right.
about before. So just keep trying to think everything's aligned.
Yes.
I'm going to turn and everything's aligned, shoulders over hips. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I saw for Jen and Sharice is the feet on the turn need a little bit more breaking down, right? Yeah. Was there anything else for you guys? That was a little gray, or you found that you just need a little bit more discussion about?
Difficult was with the online, like I felt like it would slightly be lagged and the next thing I know I was in a turn. And so I'm like, oh crap. Like I knew it was coming, but then I felt like I was catching back up. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's why I was suggesting if you guys practice together
Yeah.
in the next drill, or if you practice after class, you
Yeah.
know, that might be help. You could keep it as slow as you want to go, and that way you're working with each other, which is really valuable.
I think for me with the turn, bringing this hand down, I think I need to count that out a little bit again.
The left hand.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like when it's, at what count it should be here.
Okay. Good. Let's do that now. So I want to talk a little bit more about the feet because we're about to go into traveling with it. So, which you guys already did. So,
Yeah.
all right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Sharice, 7, 8. So facing you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's by your left hip, and 7 and 8, it's coming back up. So 2 counts down, and it needs to be by the hip at 2 counts, and then 2 counts back up, and 2 counts down, and 2 counts back up. Yeah? All right. And so the feet, what I would like to happen, and this takes some time, right, is to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just stepping 3, 4 in place, feet side by side. And then 5, you're putting all your weight on your left foot and you're crossing over with your right foot. So when I cross over like this, it's going to pull my right hip forward, and that's okay. And I'm going to try to take my body over to the right side because I need to mimic that I'm going to do the right side. But instead, I'm going to step right. So my weight's on my right foot. I pick my left foot up and I unwind it and step left on 6. I twist my right toe in the direction I'm going on 7, and then I turn my left toe out in the direction or towards dance angle on 8, and then I end with my weight on my left foot. So that's why it makes it so easy for you to go into maybe a shimmy or something where you're starting with your right foot in the next step. All right, so facing towards you, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, feet side by side. 5, so think left shoulder is going to the right side, right hip is going to the left side. So I'm twisting up, making this beautiful spiral in the body. So I'm stepping with right foot. 5, I pick left foot up and turn it around. So I've got to open my toe to the back, right? And now I'm going to turn my right foot in, and now I'm going to turn my left toe out towards my dance angle. And then this is where I end, and I bring my right foot around to stop myself or to start the next step, because the 8 was on the left foot. So this right foot's just hanging, waiting for the 1. I'm waiting, I'm ready. Okay, one more time facing this direction. Right, left, right, left. See, feet are just beside each other. Set up my twist on 5, step on the right foot on 5, unwind the left foot on 6, twist up the right foot on 7, unwind the left foot on 8, and I'm just bringing the left arm up the left side of the body. So it's going to come up like this, but I just want to make sure my elbow stays lifted and I don't kind of go like this. Don't go like that, yeah? This. So your shoulder pressed down, lifting up with the elbow and come straight up. So I went over here, around, up. So I'm gonna wait till bringing my arm up until like 7 and 8. So 7 and, because I want it to stay close, because the more I swing my arm out, the more it messes with my balance. Okay? Okie dokie. Okay, so the fade is for trios or quartets only. Everybody know we don't fade in duets? So basically what a fade is when we have a trio, like I do here right now in the room, I'm so excited. So we have a front row and a back row. So Aaron and I are on the front row, but we're not aligned up. The leader needs to be in front of everyone else for the best sight line. So when I step back, Aaron goes with me, and this position here, trio position, whether it's a trio or a quartet, has the choice to step forward. They have a choice. You don't have to fade. Yeah, it can be a pushback. She could go, oh no, and you just step back, right? Mm-hmm. And then we go, okay, that's cool. We'll just push it back forward, right? And so I can either step back and you go forward, and then we follow you. You're our temporary lead, and then you come back, and then front row goes back forward. So that's a half fade, and then we a complete fade, a full fade. And I always love to fade twice because they're so pretty, yeah. Right? So with this, any step that has a travel and a turn can really fade beautifully. So this step travels. We know we talked about it. Pack your bags. So what I'm going to do is when I come out of the turn as the leader, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going to step back with this left foot, and that helps to advance my body back a little bit. So you guys are expecting it because the travel comes after a turn. So I set it up the Arabic shimmy, I set up the half turns, and then I set up the turn. And then if I step back and you see me start to move back, then you know a fade is happening. And if you're going to set up this, I mean, you should do the whole thing, because why not, right? Okay, so I'm setting up the turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to step my right foot across the left because I'm going back, but Sherry's going to step out with her right foot because she's going forward. So I'm going 1, 2, and 2 counts is really all I can do with my fade. And then I'm going to get back to my dance angle, 3, 4, and then I'm going to turn 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm following Sherry, but this is all a set combination. So we know what our counting is, right? So then she's going to fade back, 1, 2. I'm going to go forward, 3, 4, and I turn 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky when you want to turn and then fade again, but keep practicing it because you can do it, right? So I just came out of it. I got to put my weight in my left foot and step back with my right foot, because you guys just figure I'm going to do it again, and then turn 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we finish our fade here, and I turn 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm done. All right, so that's my fade. It's really pretty. It's so much fun to do. And we do this with fan veils. So pretty. Right, Erin? We haven't done it in a while.
Looks good to the audience. I mean, it's like I've been out in the audience before.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So let's go ahead and talk about the circle, and then we'll put both of those things into the next drill. So, before I do that, steps after the fade, I think need to be calm, because this Arabic shimmy with arms and turn, it's already a big party step, right? A lot of festivity happening. So you kind of want to go calm afterwards, and everybody's just turned and traveled. And so, you know, it's nice to get home and kind of de-stress after you finish traveling, right, Jen? So Jen's in that mode right now where she's like, ooh, still got plain brain. So calm steps. So what would that be? A bump in place, right? Maybe a shimmy, something with arms horizontal, right? Maybe even a shoulder shimmy hip drop. That could be nice. Just something to where we're calm, or maybe the feet are flat, or we're in a split foot position. But think about,
What about Egyptian?
Egyptian's fine, but we just had our arms up. I mean, Egyptian's fine. Yeah, we could do Egyptian.
Well, I just wondered.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just kind of thinking about like all the possibilities.
Yeah, to me, Egyptian's like an action step.
Yeah.
So
maybe not basic.
I mean, it could just be it would be fine. It could just be an opinion of mine, like,
Well, no, I like that.
just
I
a
mean,
shimmy, or maybe a
this is
reach and
kinda big,
sit,
so,
or
yeah, going back to the that
So-
really actually makes sense. Yeah, I would probably choose. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
it's either one.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it offers up a different
Mhm.
texture, but going back into the basic or the Egyptian would be, yeah, it's I think it's like too.
Well,
much.
it's another vertical step,
Yeah.
so it's real showy and big to
Yeah.
me, I think. But I say try it, because you got to test it and see how it works. Okay, so now to go into the circle, it's similar to our Turkish shimmy with arms and turn, where I'm going to use the turn to face in. Me, the leader, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to spend my 7 and 8 just staying facing in, you know, because I always feel like, why add more when you can just stay facing in for an extra count or two and wait for your dance partners. It's true. It's true. Because oftentimes when I try to do another turn or twirly, I come in late, and then everybody's panicked because they started late with the the phrase, right? So now I'm going to step out to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to continue stepping out, to my left, and I'm going to do the same arm as I'm going to step right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, and then bring the left arm up at the end. So step right, over with the left, right to left. So I want to discourage you from stepping back really far with the right foot, because that takes your hip way out of, that pulls you off of dance angle. And then you're just kind of, it's not going to be like that in the turn. We're going to be trying to look at each other and watch to see who's going to take the lead, or because you have to come out of this, you have to get out of this crazy vortex, and somebody has to lead, right? Okay, so it's the same count. Travel 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to step across with the right foot, out with the left foot, right foot slightly behind the left, step out with the left foot, and then I'm going to step out with the right foot, out with the left foot, out with the right foot, out with the left foot, and bring my left arm up towards the end of that. Yeah. So we call these pancake turns, because if you visualize you're on an analog clock, you're turning facing out and then in, and face out and then in. Yeah. So hopefully someone who gets close to the lead position, when they end that, will just flip to the front and take the lead. Because that's the easiest thing to, and if you're working with your 9 o'clock and you're planning it, by the time you're at 9 o'clock, you're breaking eye contact with us, then all we have to do is just turn to face front. But if you delay breaking eye contact there, then we're going to go here, and then we all have to go back here. So it's a little bit of a whiplash effect. Okay? Want to give it a try?
Now, I'm utterly confused. I didn't see how you got into it. I know once you're in here that you're just here, and you're not crossing. But at what point are you cross-stepping?
What point are we?
Like when you first start, I didn't see how, once you were faced in, I'm not understanding how we started it. Like once
The circle.
Yes, because I know you're facing in and that cues it.
Yes.
But then I don't know what your feet are doing.
I just start stepping right foot across the left foot. So let me show you that. So at the beginning of the circle, I'm facing front, I'm the leader. So I'm going to do a turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I stay facing in. So I'm going to step out with my right foot moving to the left, and go arm down for 2 and up for 2. And then I'm going to step with my left foot, right foot, left foot. So I stepped 4 steps. My right arm went down and up. Now I've got to do the left side. So left arm goes down. I'm going to face out, stepping to the right, step to the left, face in, face out, stepping with my right foot, and face in, stepping with my left foot. And I bring this left arm up. So think of it, the right arm is traveling and the left arm is turns. So travel 1, 2, 3, 4 with the right arm. Left arm is 1, 2, 3, 4 for a total count of 8. Does that make any more sense, Jen?
I think because the combination of the cross and not cross is an issue for me. Like the
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just have to watch it.
Okay. I'll do it one more time. See if that helps.
Hold on. I think Sharice has something.
And if y'all just step maybe even just a few steps back, because we're not seeing all the feet, so maybe it will help.
Okay. All right, so this is where our feet show up. So let's stay behind here. So we'll keep it really small. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna face the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was that helpful, Jen? Can you see everybody's feet? Maybe you just need to fly to Birmingham and I'm just kidding. Come visit me. You want to just try it? We could do a private, or you could fly me there.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I'll figure out what I need to do because it's like I'll see this stuff and I'll try and do it, but I mean, there's no one here to critique me, so I know I'm not doing it right. And I don't want to learn it wrong and then fight what I'm doing.
I don't either, but so what you're gonna have to do is just try it. You'll get little pieces of it right, and then we'll keep working on the rest of the pieces.
Okay,
Sound good?
I'm good.
Okay, why don't you follow these girls? Okay, so we're all gonna do a fade, right? But now we have a duet there and a duet here, but just know that we only fade for trios and quartets. All right, let's do a song that's not super fast.
So we're gonna put somebody in the center, do you want me?
I want you to be the trio position. So Sharice, you be the trio position. So when Jen moves back, you're gonna come forward. So Sharice, you're gonna follow Sherry. And Jen, you'll follow Erin. Okay, so let's do a song that's not super fast. I don't know. Hold on, let me get this. I think this is a better song. L2W1June.
حبيتك بجنون حبيتك بجنون يلي سحر عيونك مريت في عيون يلي سحر عيونك مريت في عيون حبيتك بجنون حبيتك بجنون مش موجود.
Nice job, you guys. Awesome.
So sorry about that. I thought it was so funny. I was just sort of like, oh. wait a
Good
minute.
job.
Twisty, twisty, twisty.
So Jen, Charisse, what do you think?
Whew.
You want to add it to your list of steps to continue to work on? Yes. Well, I could see you guys the times that you were both doing it. I think that it looked good. I could tell you don't feel totally comfortable with it.
She's done it before. If you saw my feet, you'd be like, no. But like, I did it wrong.
It's like little Fred Flintstone feet down there. For Jen, right?
Yeah. And mine are all flat. Not shaking.
We'll continue to work on it. Don't stress. Don't stress. Okay. All right. Great class, you guys. We're just running a few minutes over. Hey, Lita. Hey, Kendra. Thank you for being patient. All right. So that is it. So go take a stretch if you're stopping here, because we're going to go ahead and move on to the next class. All right. Have a great evening or day.